Multiverse Radio Chatter. Welcome, everybody. I'm Marty OG. With me, as always, is my bro, C Spider.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, we're doing another one of our
world famous video casts.
Yeah, number two radio chat or video cat. Video
cast. Fucked
cast.
up the first one. I don't know if I should look at you or look at the.
You got to do both, man.
Yeah, we got to go back and forth like.
Yeah, because we're talking to these beautiful people out there, and I got to talk to this moderately attractive person right here.
Sure.
Anyway, so we're trying to do more of these video casts so everybody can see who we are, and then
reaching more audience.
Yeah, and that way we can post this stuff on the website.
It's super convenient because instead of looking at the table for articles, they're just right there on the screen next to the video.
Yeah, it's right here.
Super secrets you can't see, only we can.
But yeah, so just you can see our video cast now and go to multiversepodcasting.com because we got it updated with new whole bunch of shit.
So much shit.
Tell them, bro.
I've been typing my ass off. So much shit. We have an interactive Multiverse Challenge graveyard now. You can go and check out all of the past challenges, look at pictures of the characters that were used, pictures of us that were in the thing, little face pictures of that, and then there's info for literally every single one of the characters that was used, and a comment section. So you can go to the Multiverse Challenge graveyard and scroll down, leave a comment. Hey, you guys are fucking stupid. This person totally should have won. Go do that. Check it out. We want to know. We want to hear back from you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of obtuse matches that happen, but a lot. But so we want to know what you guys think. So check that out. Go to multiversepodcasting.com and leave a comment and check out all the other stuff we got in there too. This is like updated Cardassians. We even got Chris Plays Games. This is another new.
Yeah, that first episode of that is up in the videocast section.
And there's going to be more of those too, so check those out as well.
Geek Tea Friday is now a thing online. You can submit to the Facebook page, and we're going to start a whole album of it on the Facebook page and on the website. So if you guys have awesome geek t-shirts like this one or that one.
This one's Mouse Rat.
Totally.
It's pretty Parks and Rec geeked out.
Submit to our Facebook page or post it on Instagram and either tag at Multiverse Podcasting or at CSpider13 or at Marty OG on Instagram, and we'll take those pictures, put them on our Facebook page, and put them on the website for our Geek Tea Friday. It can be any day. It doesn't matter.
Make sure you hashtag that shit, too.
Hashtag it.
Because that's his. He started that shit.
I did start that shit.
We're going to run with that shit.
So long ago. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it happens. Can't please them all,
That's true. You can't.
Speaking of which, we're going to get into
Speaking of pleasing all people?
Yeah, you want to get into this first round of news updates?
With absolutely no pleasure coming from this, we're going to talk about Captain America Steve Rogers #1.
Yeah, so as you all know, or if you've been living under a rock for like the past couple of weeks, the new Marvel line of comics just got rebooted again.
DC too.
And DC, but we'll get to that. But first, with Captain America Civil War out in theaters and dominating everything in its path, I think it's still making money.
Oh, it's definitely making money. Ninja Turtles is #1 right now.
Oh, okay. Well, it's another one. Anyway, Captain America, not Captain America, Steve Rogers or whatever, that comic #1 came out, and it was revealed at the very end that Cap was a secret Hydra agent the whole freaking time. The whole damn time he was Cap from the get-go.
The 40s, right?
From when he hit Hitler in the face on the first issue, he was Hydra, apparently. Now, I didn't read I was making a point to read the comic, and I couldn't avoid spoilers online, which is why I'm, like, kind of pissed about it. Yeah. I mean, it was like the last, it's like the picture in the last panel was like, Hail Hydra. And I'm like...
That shit was all over the internet. Like Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning was just that picture. I was like, really?
Well, yeah, it was unavoidable. New Comic Book Wednesday. But my thoughts on that.
Let's hear it.
As an avid Captain America fan, I'm Team Cap. I was so pissed that you're just going to throw away, like... How many, like, so many freaking years. I mean, what else? I think there's just lazy writing and just a kind of a cop-out kind of storyline. It's like... You killed the man, you made it and you brought him back. You took away his powers and you made him old. And what else can you possibly do to Cap that, I mean he had like an affair with Scarlet Witch at one point. Yeah, shocker. And it was like, what else can you like, can you run his like good name into the ground? And of course it's gonna have like some bullshit ending by the time the storyline's over.
None of it'll be real.
And it was like, oh, he was brainwashed. Oh, it's not the real Cap or something like that. And I feel like that's just like, because he's either gonna be a villain for the rest of his existence after this, or it's gonna be some bullshit like, oh, he was, they're saying it wasn't brainwashing, it wasn't like any other like not clone and that bullshit. He's Steve Rogers, Hydra, agent of Hydra, and I'm upset about that, man.
Maybe it's a re-intro to Secret Wars.
God, no, they just did a Secret Wars.
Yeah, they also just did Civil War 2 too. So Civil War 2 also.
But there was a Secret Wars way back in the day too.
Yeah, I know.
And it was like, oh, okay, but I don't know. I'm trying to get on the comic book train again, but another comic book that was creating controversy. It's
not going to stick, for one, Captain America. It's not going to stick.
It's not,
obviously.
Tell you that.
And I disagree with you just slightly. I think it was, sold books.
It sold books because
and
it's like
the way it is right now, they need book sales. Everybody needs book sales, not just Marvel or DC, all the comic books. Everybody's going to the movies instead of reading it, and I think this was definitely like, hey, you liked Civil War. We're doing crazy shit in the comic book. Maybe insulting to the classic and age-old fans right over here, but I think it was a move towards new generations.
But
getting new kids to pick up comic books.
They do that. They try to do that all the time.
Yeah.
And half the time, and they keep doing it and they do it like every 5 years. They reboot the series or whatever, and it's they're not selling books.
No. Well, a little bit better actually. If we want to go on over to DC, Green Arrow the Green Arrow Rebirth sold 90,000.
Green Arrow?
Yeah, Green Arrow Rebirth #1 sold 90,000.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Fuck yeah, Green Arrow, love them.
Queen.
But yeah, the opposite side of the thing is, again, they need comic book sales, and it said that 90,000. It's like, oh my god, that's so good.
Well, I'm actually more impressed with DC's rebooted the Rebirth saga. I mean,
as of right now, way better than New 52.
Yeah,
the way they
from
did
issue
it,
one,
from issue 1, from the way they did it. What was that? 5 years ago now? Yeah, absolutely. Rebirth is killing it.
Yeah, I'm hooked. It's fucking. If you read that issue 1. Which is, I mean, this is not a what the fuck or whatever. This is just like I'm actually loving how they did it. Like
it's a twist.
It's a good twist.
It's a good twist. It's a great twist. Spoiler alert, the Watchmen are behind the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
But, they're bridging together the classic DC Vertigo. And because you got Constantine in there, he's Vertigo. You got, like, Wildcats and whatever, like Grifter.
Yeah, there's so much shit to work with.
Yeah, they branched in, bringing in all of the DC like flagship, like other labels, and you might as well bring in like fucking Watchmen, because who the fuck doesn't love the Watchmen? It's like
Multiverse podcasting. Go to that website, look up the Multiverse Radio Chatter episode. Who doesn't like the Watchmen? Listen to that after you watch this.
Yes, exactly. That's the episode. But it's like, but for this, it's
a good segue.
Yeah, go back to that episode. No, it's like, I love Dr. Manhattan. He's one of the most gnarly characters, and to have him be the manipulator puppet master of the New 52
that's so good.
Yeah, it was perfect because he has that ability to do that.
Yeah.
He can create worlds and life and
get away with it.
Yeah, and you would have never known. And I like how they brought the New 52 as like, oh, this is what happened,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they were trying to go like somewhere with it with the multiversity back when that came out.
Yeah, that was a huge drop ball, honestly. It was scary.
Yeah, but with this Watchmen, it's simple enough to understand and broad enough to make it work. There's a lot of like moving parts with that, and you can make that shit go forever. It's like, how can Superman take down Dr. Manhattan? You want to see that?
You do.
You want to see that fucking fight, and I know I want to see that go down. Yeah. Big old Johnson right there.
Let's keep it DC. Switch gears over here. Justice League Action.
Yeah, it's a new animated show that I guess Cartoon Network's making.
It looks like, yeah.
I guess it's like.
Doesn't it look so great?
It looks cool. It's kind of like a mix between like the art of like Teen Titans and
the old Justice League.
Yeah, and like Bruce Timm like animation, and it's pretty sick looking. I mean,
we got an article that's confirmed characters of this little tiny screenshot.
They got
I was looking through this and
concept art.
Blue Beetle, the Riddler, Dr. Fate, Shazam, Dr. Light, Mr. Terrific, the Joker, Killer Croc, Firestorm, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Big Barda, probably, because it's not confirmed. It's not a great picture.
Probably Zatara.
Zatara. Is it probably Zatara or probably Big Barda?
Probably Zatara.
One of those two. Ra's al Ghul, Harley Quinn, Hawkman, Lobo, Satan Girl, and likely Black Mask.
As bad guys.
Yeah, seriously, it doesn't look bad.
Satan Man.
Just that they're doing another DC cartoon.
They should.
It's pretty awesome.
I mean, I think DC Animation Studios is killing it with their movies. I mean, The Killing Joke's going to come out soon, which is the R-rated animated movie, which is highly anticipated. I know everybody's looking forward to that because Mark Hamill's reprising the Joker voice and Kevin Conroy.
From what it looks like right here, Conroy and Hamill are returning for Justice League Action as
yeah.
well.
And it's so funny because it says here
what more could you ask for?
And it says here, freaking Dietrich Bader, who does the voice of the Batman in the Batman cartoon.
I hate that.
I love that. I love that that he was the voice for Batman in that show. I didn't watch the show personally, but when I heard him do the Batman voice, it was a cartoony like Batman, and I kind of liked it because it sounded like Batman, but he was saying some like corny ass dialogue.
It was so terrible.
It was silly as fuck, and I loved it. I don't know why. It was just.
I tried with that show. I did. I genuinely tried with that.
I did too, but it was fun. He does the Brave and the Bold. That was when
okay. I was like,
that one was cool.
Brave
though.
and the Bold's all right, I suppose.
That's what it was. It was like the campy like Adam West style, but
yeah, that's not bad. Fucking
like
Batman. That's the.
But when
DC's animated well.
Yeah. But when Justice League Action comes out, you be sure we're going to be reviewing episode 1 for that, because that's going to be the shit.
When is it coming out?
I
don't know. It wasn't in the article.
Okay, we'll look out for that as well. We'll bring that up to date.
Next, cool shit over here. Fucking Vans and Nintendo teamed up. Last year, Vans and Star Wars teamed up, and they did the coolest shit ever, but now they're teaming up with Nintendo. Look at how fucking awesome this stuff is.
Yeah, you got like the Super Mario high tops
right now, Vans and Nintendo, because they got some cool shit.
And they got this pretty sick.
I want these high tops.
That hat is pretty sick.
I want both of these high tops.
You don't want the Princess Peach
I
low
want
tops?
all of them. I told you I would rock the shit out of those Princess Peach
more
low
of them.
tops. Yeah, they're not fucking around. They got a lot of shit.
Oh, the pixelated stripe. I love that shit. That's 8-bit.
I mean, they got a good dozen pair of Donkey Kong, fucking just mushrooms, that all-around pattern. I sell shit on my Etsy in that pattern.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Etsy.com/shop/CSpider.
See, I love it when Vans does stuff like that, because they did that with Marvel and DC, and...
Yeah, it's like every year they do something.
I know they did it with Star Wars, and...
Star Wars was the recent one, yeah.
And I'm glad you're reaching out to the geek community for... geek apparel.
Cash cows.
Oh, yeah.
Buying
all that shit.
This article right here, this is just for you.
Okay, so...
This is all you. I'm going to let you rant.
Alright, so Brock doesn't watch Rick and Morty as avidly as I do. He's seen season 1, but I love Rick and Morty and how vast the universes go, and the storyline is just so meta. I can't even go on it right now. But he showed me this... these fan theories that people are throwing around, like apparently the freaking the creators Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon, they have a secret plot line that they've been running through the whole first 2 seasons so far, and everybody's trying to figure it out. I mean, they're trying to. There's a lot of stuff going on, like because they're saying that Morty wasn't the original Morty because of a lot of. Because of that scene where Rick was showing his memories, and he has he's holding baby Morty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was saying because he apparently in the beginning of the season he says oh well, his daughter says you left, and Morty shouldn't have been there for Morty, but they're saying that that Morty isn't the original Morty, and that he's upset that he probably caused the death of the original Morty, which is why he tries to probably fill that void with all these other multiverse Mortys. or something. I don't know.
I do remember that episode. Yeah.
It's not because of the whole like brainwave cancellation, but it's probably more of a trying to cope with the loss kind of thing. Some deep like they've known to have been doing.
Yeah, they do got a lot of deep shit.
But like another thing is like how Rick always breaks the fourth wall. Is another thing that fans are throwing around is that he's probably knows that he's fictional. Like kind of like how like Deadpool like just talks to the audience and says like, oh yeah, X-Men this, and he knows that he's a comic book character in a movie.
I don't think I ever noticed that when I watched Rick and Morty. I haven't watched that much Rick and Morty. So it's like, oh my god, what are you talking about? It's so obvious. I never noticed it when I was watching it.
Oh well, it gets more into like him talking to the audience in like season 2.
Oh okay.
Like there's this like scene where he's trying to figure out who is an alien duplicate or like these parasites, and there's this room full of people like and then crazy like monsters and characters, and he's just like, whoa, it's like an episode of Where's Waldo, and he's looking at the audience and he's like, hey, can you find me? It's like, what's up with this picture? And it's hilarious, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of funny things about Rick and him knowing that he's like, oh, that's interesting. He also says that Rick is instead of in the flask that he drinks, it's super seeds. And what does it say? Like, it gives them super intelligence. Yeah, like the mega seeds that in the very first episode. Like that's probably what he's drinking. But that's a reaching one. I think
he's probably just getting drunk.
Yeah, I think he's getting wasted. I mean, you can't do that. They also say that Rick is an older Morty. Like in theory, that he's just like a bitter version of Morty. That's
funny because I keep hearing that get thrown around about Bran and the Three-Eyed Raven, that the Three-Eyed Raven is just an older version of Bran.
I've heard that too.
I call bullshit on that right now.
I mean, Hodor. I mean, you did see the younger version of Hodor, but
yeah, we'll
get into that in another episode. And I think I already touched on that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I read that. But yeah, those are a lot of fan theories for Rick and Morty. But they are rebooted for season 3, and I know they updated the Rickstaverse on Instagram, and which is probably the most crazy Instagram I've ever seen. It gives you links to all these different worlds and everything. So I would say check that out because I like that. It's the at Rickstaverse on Instagram, and it basically. Yeah, and it basically sends you links to like every world and every person that they've encountered in Rick and Morty. So it's pretty cool because it gets like really deep because you hit like it's like tagged. So if you hit a tag in the picture, it sends you to that other page, and it's like another world and then it's like and then it just goes deep and
pouring social media out as best as you can. Why not?
That's like the best way to do it. So check that out. I mean, I love Rick and Morty. I gotta stop about that.
I'll go forever.
Okay.
Our last topic of the day that we got is they're making Mortal Kombat beer.
Finish it.
What more can you say?
Chug.
This seems like so unnecessary and so awesome at the same time.
Yeah, I mean...
Paulsbo, Washington Brewery has teamed up with Warner Brothers to release a beer series inspired by the 10th installment of the blockbuster fighting game. It'll be available in 22-ounce bottles and 3 varieties. Scorpion will be an Imperial Stout. That'll be exciting. Raiden will be an Imperial Saison, and Sub-Zero an Imperial IPA. I think it's a little weird that they did Imperial styles for all 3 of those, but the art is fantastic. It's Mortal Kombat beer. Who gives a fuck? Go buy it. Drink the shit out of it.
Yeah, whore out to Midway.
Yeah, why not?
Is it still Midway?
It might be. Yeah. It might be like Midway Chicago or like something different like that. But they need money to finish that movie.
Which movie?
A new Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh, I thought they were doing something with that.
Yeah, they are doing, but it gets delayed and shit. But that's the super cool news.
Well, the video game is kicking ass, so
it is. We have a minute, real quick. Let's talk about that. Ed Boon, creator of Mortal Kombat and the one who did Injustice, he did a little tease on his website the other day. And it was just like, it was 2 eyes, and it could be Roman numerals, and he posted it, and it was all like Injustice 2 or Mortal Kombat 11.
bitch.
Yeah, right? What a dick. One of them is coming.
Justice 2, man. He needs it.
Injustice 2.
DC needs it right now.
Mortal Kombat X is fucking great. But
I know, he doesn't need another one right now.
Injustice 2 would be...
It's been enough times where you can make another Injustice series and add more characters.
It's been 3 years?
It's long enough.
3 or 4 years.
Mortal Kombat X just came out like last year.
It might have been, yeah, last year.
And
hopefully it's Injustice 2.
It better be.
Because I'm a live stream. PlayStation 4 will get a fucking, what's it called? Because you can live stream video games and whatnot.
Hell yeah.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Alright. That does it for today's episode of...
Multiverse podcasting, or Multiverse Radio Multiverse Radio Chatter news. We're gonna come back with another one about, we're gonna do Game of Thrones, and you can listen to that one on the website.
Podcast.
Yeah, on our podcast website. So
iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud,
all that shit.
all kinds of whatnot.
Just look at the player on our website, multiversepodcasting.com.
Forget about it.
Alright.
See you next time.
Alright, welcome back to Multiverse Radio Chatter. I'm Marty OG. With me as always is Proxy Spider.
Hooray!
Huzzah! Okay, we just wrapped up our second video chat, or video fucking podcast. It was pretty good.
Videocast chat viewing.
Yeah, we talked about some nerd news, and we talked Rebirth, and Cap going Hydra, and a bunch of other shit.
All kinds of nonsense.
All good stuff. It's pretty relevant.
Yeah.
So you can check that out. You can look at our beautiful mugs on multiversepodcasting.com. You post it up there. And you can check out all of our updated shit. Brock did a whole bunch of maintenance. And tell them what you did there, Brock.
The whole website is redone.
Okay, cool.
It's at the beginning of this podcast, too. Because we're doing second half for Game of Thrones talk.
Oh yeah, we're going to get into that in a sec.
Yeah, no, we're absolutely doing the Game of Thrones part, because we haven't talked about Game of Thrones since this season started. So
we're going to get into that. Name a character.
Yeah, what do you where to begin with all of this?
Okay, so far, I'll tell you what I'm disappointed with so far.
Yeah. What are you disappointed
I'm so disappointed with Tyrion so far in this season.
Why?
Because he's not doing anything. He's just chilling and running.
He's holding the peace.
He's trying, but he's like, I don't know. I need to see him doing some more. He's just kicking it until Daenerys gets back.
He's holding the peace. He made peace with the Masters.
But he's like kind of, 7 years? 7 years a slave and then they're good, or what?
Was it 7?
I think it was 7 years, and then they're going to renegotiate or some shit.
They're not going to renegotiate. I think he's he knows that once Daenerys gets back, what are you talking about? Tyrion didn't do anything. The dragons, man. He unchained the dragons. He went down to the dungeon. I don't know if that was That's standing out to me this season as one of my favorite parts is Tyrion going down there, because that is kind of But
yeah, well then what? We didn't see any of the other two dragons. We only saw Drogon after fucking what's her name?
Yeah, you did kind of release them, and they didn't really do much. I think they're still down in that dungeon. They're just not
chained.
They get chained to the ground. But that kind of just fueled fan theory a little bit that Tyrion is one of the Targaryens.
Yeah, that's the Lost Targaryen.
Which I support that. It doesn't matter.
It's a viable, theory.
Take the 3 favorite characters of the entire show, and they're going to be Targaryens.
Yeah.
And who's got problems with that,
Yeah, nobody's going to bat an eye.
But, compared to last season's, yeah, I suppose Tyrion hasn't done as much as he has been, but, I don't know. I just don't think they're showing it very well. He's holding down the fort until Daenerys gets back, and he's always doing a good job at that.
I just need to see more Tyrion. He's he was one of my favorite characters in the last few seasons, and I just wanted him to show a little bit more. But him and what's his name, Varys, are just talking, and it's okay, they're not doing much.
I think it's just when you think about it, when you think about this season in particular, it's like, okay, well, Tyrion hasn't had a lot of screen time, and he's only done a handful of things, and then it's just like, Daenerys hasn't really had a lot of screen time.
Daenerys actually has, I feel.
Exactly. You feel like she's had a lot of screen time. She hasn't. She's actually been on like almost the least out of everybody, but every time she's on there, she's doing something big.
Yeah, something significant happens every time she's on there.
Killing all the Khals and fucking burning down that place. She's doing an epic speech on the back of her dragon. But I mean, aside from that, she was captured. She had that creepy, oh, you need to stay here and fucking live out your days with these crazy old ladies. And then she burned everybody down. And then she had a big epic speech. And, like, what else happened in the season? Like,
well, she's got to get back to fucking Marine now.
Exactly. And it's like, she's not on there a lot, but she's owning what is on there. And I think that's really what they're trying to do with it. A lot of screen time has gone to fucking Jon and Sansa.
Yeah, I agree.
At least half of everything of the last 7 episodes has been with them, and I mean, hooray, Jon's back from the dead. Who seriously thought he was dead? But
yeah, that was the big fucking thing. What's her name brought him back. I mean, I thought that was like kind of corny though, the way like they just leave the room and then he comes back to life. Yeah. Oh my god, it's like
yeah. I think what's bugging me cliche. Most about that is well, I mean, not about that, but just in general with that storyline is unnecessary fucking kills.
Yeah, they didn't need to kill him and then bring him back.
No, I don't think they needed to kill Asha.
Oh yeah, the Welling.
Like, what was the point of that? They brought her back and it was like, oh my god, 3 seasons later we got her and Rickon back finally, and then like the next episode, yeah, she gets stabbed right in the thing, and then Shaggy Dog, another direwolf, dies, and then we'll get back to the Hodor Bran situation, but Summer was killed in that scene too.
Yeah,
2 direwolves this season, just like that.
So there's only one left?
2 technically.
Yeah, okay, because Arya's, what's her name?
Lady or Nymeria.
Nymeria, yeah, she ran away, and Ghost is kicking it with who?
Ghost is still with Jon.
With Jon, yeah.
But they got rid of 2 direwolves this season, and I was really surprised by that. I don't know. If you rewatch the first season, it kind of makes you. It kind of feels like
they killed one.
The character's direwolf is attached to the character.
Well, Sansa's alive, and Lady died in the very first season.
Well, Lady died like as a result of Joffrey. And then, like, Sansa had to deal with that in the coming. And then Robb's was killed, and Robb's direwolf was only killed, like, it's kind of painted better in the books, but I know they did a decent job with it in the show, where the only reason it was killed is because they had it caged up and locked in one area, which is the same way that they ended up killing Robb. Was they had him unknowing.
Off his guard.
Yeah. So it just kind of like...
Red Wedding.
And then Arya's like, Arya's wolf isn't dead, but it ran away. It had to run away, and Arya had to run away and like get out of there. So the dire wolves kind of match up with me. So I hope that it stays that way, because I could give a fuck about Rickon.
I know, right?
And
he hasn't done shit.
No, he hasn't done it.
But he's like, apparently he's important to everybody else. So
I don't know.
That's that. You know, Rickon's just there for, I think, fodder. But
yeah, he's someone to save.
Yeah, damsel in distress.
But I'm kind of over the Bran situation as well. I really could care less about Bran.
After what he did to poor fucking Hodor, what the everybody. I read somewhere online that Bran is now the most hated character on Game of Thrones.
No, absolutely. He ruined his entire life.
Basically, more than Ramsay Bolton, which is kind of saying something. Yeah. I mean, that guy's a fucking fuckboy.
Ramsay hasn't been on that much.
I mean, he killed Asha, and then like
he had that, and then
but he still has control of the North, and all those houses are pledged to him still, and and it sucks. It's like I just saw the episode last night, and it was like, you know,
we are making reference through episode 7 of the 6th season of Game of Thrones.
Right.
So spoiler alert! Now that we're 10 minutes into this,
what was it? Episode 7?
Yeah, it was 7. We're 7 in already.
Damn. Okay. Well, going back to Hold the Door over here, I was like. It was, so Hodor was screwed from the get-go,
Basically, his entire life.
Yeah. But that it was like talking. But I remember them talking about like how everybody has a purpose in life, and that was basically his fucking purpose was to hold the fucking door, and
he did it.
And he did it. But that's like his never-ending cycle. That's his whole thing, and it's like God, that's got to be like the worst fucking thing. But he didn't know. He doesn't know what's gonna happen to him until like it happens.
Until it's there.
But
that's okay though.
Damn, it was crazy, man.
It was heart-wrenching.
What else was there?
You brought up Cold Hands before we started talking, and for that episode, it really just confirmed what a lot of book readers have been speculating, because he actually helps out a lot more than when they finally bring him in to get Bran and Mara out of there. If you remember a couple of seasons back when Sam and Gilly are trying to get north of the wall after there's the mutiny at Craster's Keep.
Yeah.
And they kill, what's his name? The former Lord Commander Mormont.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get the fuck out of there. What was that, season 3, I feel like?
Yeah,
Cold Hands, him. The very same. He is the one that actually ends up getting them out to the wall, through the dungeon, and then they meet up with Bran and Mira and Hodor and Jojen. And then he takes them and he escorts them all the way to the Children of the Forest. So he's actually been there a while. He doesn't like disrobe and say, "Oh yeah, I'm your fucking lost uncle for how long now?"
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been speculated that that's who he was, and now that they did it on the show, a little late. I'm surprised they doubled back to it, honestly. But he's obviously going to play a bigger part. Either that, or they just needed him now that Hodor's gone. Like, if there wasn't anybody, what the fuck are Bran and Mira gonna do?
Yeah, they need their fucking protector or the big dude,
something,
the big gun.
But I don't know. What's their plan now? Go to Winterfell? Everybody's going back to Winterfell. I need to get beyond the wall. I need to get beyond the wall.
Seems like it. I mean, where else can they go? I mean, it looks like they're getting more north. Really. I mean, I don't know where that corridor and that batch of snow leads, but if it goes nowhere and it just keeps going more north, I think they're fucked. But
a little Fortress of Solitude they got going on up over there. Got to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the Faith Militant and how fucking
the High Sparrow.
Yeah, the High
You know
Sparrow.
what was so fucking funny? I was watching randomly. There was James Bond, Tomorrow Never Dies was on TV, and the bad guy in that movie is the fucking High Sparrow, and I was like, oh, I know that fucking guy. And I haven't watched that movie in forever, but I was like, that motherfucker, he's the bad guy in this movie.
And Tomorrow Never Dies?
But like up until like yesterday's episode, I felt like the High Sparrow was like fucking the worst possible guy. He's so manipulative.
Yeah, he's screwing everybody.
But I don't know what his end game is. He's just like, I think he's looking to rule like behind the scenes, but because he's got control of. Last night you kind of know what happens with Marjorie. But, you know, like fucking, what's his name? Tommen is like brainwashed because Marjorie kind of needs him to play the fool.
Oh, yeah. Tommen literally does whatever any woman in his life tells him to do.
Basically. And it's funny that way, but I loved it though when, because last night's episode was like more eye-opening. And I kind of confirmed a bunch of like fan theories that Marjorie is playing the High Sparrow.
Seriously, because it was like it was last week's episode after they did the reveal when Jaime was going to go and he was going to go fucking get him and shit.
He's like, they had the Tyrells there that were ready to rush him and kill all those sparrows, and I'm like, yes, it's finally going to happen. But then because
the previous episode had left off with Loras just fucking breaking down and saying, I don't care, just like do whatever it takes to get me out of here. So it kind of did seem like, yeah, we're gonna admit it and just,
right. But
we give up.
But Marjorie is doing whatever it takes to get him out of there, but she's got to play it cool.
Yeah,
she's playing it.
Gotta be super sneaky.
She's being more sneaky than Cersei ever was, and I like that.
You know who's being super duper sneaky? The fucking Sand Snakes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Seen them since the first episode where they killed a bunch of people,
and they took over. They killed the king and that Martell.
Two of them are still in King's Landing somewhere.
Yeah. And it's crazy because
I feel like a lot of people forgot about that.
I did. I seriously did
like,
forget about them until you mentioned them right now.
They are circling around King's Landing. We're on episode 7, so there's only 3 episodes left. So in the next 3 episodes, I guarantee somebody's going to come in, swoop in, and fucking kill
somebody.
My money's on Cersei.
Ooh, interesting.
Jaime's in the Riverlands. The Queen of Thorns is leaving to, what's it called? High Garden.
Oh, that's right. She's heading back.
I wish it was Cersei, but it might be Tommen. But,
well, they're looking to kill somebody for fucking, what's his name? Martell.
For Oberyn.
Yeah, Oberyn.
So I mean, honestly, Lannisters would be the go-to for that.
Yeah,
and
because they're the ones that they're targeting. Who I
really think it's going to be, and it's only based off of what happened in the book, but not in this way whatsoever, is Kevin Lannister, who's now the Hand of the King, Tywin's brother, Tommen's uncle. Varys is the one who ends up killing him in the book, right around the same part that we're at right now in the show. But they've gone so many different ways, book to show, that I just feel like they're there, they're hiding, they're waiting.
I don't think that guy's death would have a big impact on the show. I mean, in the book, it probably turned things differently, but you kill a Hand of the King now.
Think of it this way, though. Think of it this way, just in the line for Cersei, because the Queen of Thorns kind of made it. The only thing that's keeping her happy right now is that Cersei is completely defeated, surrounded by thousands of enemies, and has no one. The only person she does have is legitimately her uncle.
And the mountain.
Yeah, Zombie Mountain. That's Hand of the King right now. So, I mean, if they were going to come in and get rid of Kevin, and Tommen is completely gone to Marjorie, it kind of really is one by one taking everything away from Cersei.
Right.
Even though that's not a lot. But I think that would play towards more of a need for Jaime to get back to King's Landing too. It's like, hey, the Martell showed up and they fucking killed your uncle, and everybody's crazy.
Everybody's taking over.
Everybody's taking over everything. But let's go to Jaime and Riverrun.
Oh, I like how Blackfish is like standing his ground, man. That is his castle. I gotta say.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody. I was like, man, who the fuck is this Blackfish? I was trying to remember the Blackfish.
Catelyn's uncle.
Yeah, and it was like, he's a pretty brutal guy, man.
Yeah, no, he's the shit.
I like that guy, and I'm like, dude, hopefully he holds the fucking shit. But Jaime brought like a shit ton of fucking Lannister army with him. And
8,000, I believe was what they had said. 8,000 to take Riverrun, but there really is it's a hard castle to siege.
You're right.
This is I'm sorry, we can never talk about Game of Thrones without me circling back to the book.
Go back to the book and explain.
It's a 2-part. Okay, so this is what should have happened last season. Again, if we go back to when Jaime and Brienne get back from the whole adventure that they were on, this happens directly after that. Jaime doesn't go to Dorne to try and rescue Marcella.
Right.
Directly after that, he goes to Riverrun to deal with the Blackfish.
Okay.
Which, again, I think it's really weird that they're doubling back on a lot of storylines that everybody thought they passed up last season.
It kind of makes a lot more. It makes sense in the show.
It does. No, it totally does. I'm not talking shit on the show at all. It's great, but I think it's odd, an odd timeline that they're going by. It's like, we're gonna throw this in here, but hey, guess what? We're actually gonna go do what we said we were gonna go do, and that's more than with Jaime himself too. I feel like they're going that way with Sansa as well. We'll come back to that in a second, but the situation that they're in right now with the Blackfish doesn't entirely get resolved, but there was a preview for next week's episode, and it showed Brienne coming across Jaime in that whole situation.
Oh.
Now, the cliffhanger for the book with Jaime and Brienne is sent by Lady Stoneheart to get Jaime. And Lady Stoneheart is going to kill Podrick and fuck up a whole bunch of other shit if she doesn't go get vengeance for Jaime. Lady Stoneheart being the dead corpse of Catelyn Stark.
Yeah, I heard they were bringing her back too.
Yeah, so it's just like, they're doubling back on fucking this story. It seems like they're going away this season where, like, hey, we're past the books right now, but we're going to give George one little last fucking, one little haul to, like, hey, get that book out before next season because
we can make this go a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're doubling back on storyline. And to skip over to Sansa, she's actually supposed to get married to somebody in the Vale in order to take her claim for Winterfell. And it showed her sending a letter and asking Baelish for help because they don't have the men to take Winterfell.
She's reaching out to fucking Baelish.
So
Littlefinger.
Who knows what could happen?
Anyway,
intriguing part. The Greyjoys trying to make a pact with Daenerys.
Yeah, I like that. But they gotta be, what's his name, their uncle, to
Euron.
Yeah, they gotta be him there first. But he has to build 1,000 ships and
from the Iron Islands.
Yeah,
the Iron Islands are called the Iron Islands for a reason. That was like the one of the best memes I saw online. It was after he says we need to build 1,000 ships, and they just show like an actual picture of the Iron Islands, and it's like, out of what tree?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, go ahead. It just reminded me of that Silicon Valley episode last night. Did you see it?
Yeah, no, I saw.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, pretty much. But with fucking what's his name, the Hooli guy. Off topic. But yeah, it's like, come on.
Silicon Valley too. That show's great.
I love that show. Watch Game of Thrones and I watch Silicon Valley. Sunday's awesome. But who else is kicking ass in this? I mean, yeah, the Iron Islands is fun, and I hope that Theon makes it there. Maybe.
He's come this far. I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna kill him,
well, somebody's got to bring Daenerys over to King's Landing.
He's got a higher purpose, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's.
Well, we got to talk about last night's episode with the Hound.
Oh, right. The Hound is back.
Yeah, he fucking wasn't dead. And I knew he wasn't dead because they didn't show him dead. Yeah. He was dying when Arya left him on the side of the road after that fight with Brienne. And, he had... And I liked how they touched on it, like, the exposition and with Ian McShane. And he was like, when I found you on the side of the road... I mean, it felt like he was there for, like, a minute. And that they could have had this conversation like a long time ago while he was healing.
It was just like,
oh yeah, you're already
gonna give everybody the lowdown real quick. This is for all you viewers out there.
I found you there. Your bone was sticking out of your leg. All this shit. And I'm like, dude, it's like this is such like unnecessary exposition. But I guess it was just timed weird to me because it would have made more sense if he was like still healing. And they like getting back to but he was already at full strength.
Adding 5 minutes to each episode all season instead of giving the Hound 25 minutes of last night's.
Yeah, I would have liked to see like the guys pick him up off the side of the road, like a little montage of him getting healed up to the point where he is now. That would have been a little bit more, but he's already like hauling big ass logs by himself and chopping wood like captiain-america and shit.
Look at that buff guy over there carrying logs all by himself.
Dude, don't look at his face though. But yeah, I like the Hound. I mean, it was cool, and I know he's gonna kill some fucking those guys that butchered those people.
I think his purpose is gonna be taking out his brother.
Well, he has to now. I mean, but that's because that's his
brotherly battle.
I feel like that was his goal all along because he's always lived in the shadow of his brother along with everybody else.
His character has always had that kind of like living underneath his brother type thing.
Sibling rivalry, like
he can't be dead because his brother's a zombie now.
Apparently, everybody else is a zombie too.
Arya, we didn't really go on Arya.
Oh, I don't know what she was trying. I mean, she was learning shit from the many-faced god and all that. And it was funny to me because I felt like I don't know why she just gave up. Like I
don't think she gave up. I think she realized that she couldn't
shake Arya from herself.
She couldn't give up her identity. She wanted vengeance, but I don't think she wanted it at the cost of herself.
Because it was Arya who wants the vengeance, And if she had to give up that, then there was no point.
What's the purpose of her doing it?
Yeah, she can't get the vengeance she needs. But last night, I'm like, how's that going to happen now? Because if that happened to anybody else in the series,
that would have been done.
It was over.
Yeah.
Over. No, she's walking down the street.
Yeah, she's walking down.
Everyone's looking at her. She's
cut
not...
and then shanked twice.
Yeah, I mean, she was... I felt like the time she was under the water, she would have lost a lot of blood then. And then just walking through the street, she should have been, like, crawling by the time it faded to black. But whatever. I was like, shit.
Yeah, poor Arya. She'll be okay, though.
I don't know how she's going to heal from that.
She has to go join her sister and her brother.
She has to, but...
Maybe. It's another just, like, random storyline of what could possibly happen with Arya.
I know, and now but that keeps us watching, right? Because I gotta find out, okay, so does she live, or is she who heals her? Because that's like the big question, because, she's not
who's gonna help her?
Yeah, she's not gonna die. She's in Bravos. She doesn't know anybody but the many-faced god and that sadistic girl. And
fuck that girl.
Yeah, fuck that girl. She hated her from the start, and it was like she never wanted to help her. She was afraid she was gonna get replaced, really.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of who's in Bravos right now. No one currently, I don't think, is in Bravos.
That she can trust, like, really. Well, we'll find out. Yeah. Arya's... She can't die. Everybody likes her.
That's Arya. I don't know why that's ridiculous to even assume such things.
Oh, but back to last night's episode. I'm saying this because it's fresh in my brain. I like the whole little ruler of the Bear Island. What's her name? The Marmot.
Yeah, that's what, Jorah's niece?
Yeah, that's
yeah, that'd be Jorah's niece.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I know that name. That's Jorah. Well, what's his deal? Like, did he get banished from Bear Island or something? Or
yeah, he was banished from Bear Island.
I don't remember. Oh, I don't know why.
That's why he was in the Free Cities.
Why though? I don't know. I don't know the backstory.
Because Ned Stark wanted him dead. He was poaching. He was either poaching or selling slaves, and Ned Stark was supposed to execute him, and he ran away or broke out of jail or some shit, and that's why he was in the Free Cities. That was literally his entire storyline, because he was selling secrets to Daenerys for a pardon because of that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Recapping.
So yeah, and that's Jorah's niece, and Lord Commander's granddaughter.
I like how fucking she just kept asking the Maester for advice every 2 seconds and shit.
She's still badass though.
Oh yeah, the way she she said we won't break tradition here today. It was cool. She was pretty sick.
Being all brutal as shit.
But I want to see more of those the 62 Marmots she was talking about, like they got the strength of 10 men each, and I'm like, shit, man, these must be some fucking hulking dudes.
All 62 of them.
I know, right? But they think what they can get. But then when Sansa got chewed out by what's his name, what is it? House Glover.
Glovers.
House Glover. Man, I was like, well, the guy's kind of right in a sense. I mean,
yeah, he's not wrong. That is for sure.
He's like, yeah, my brother died for your brother, Rob.
They're all desperate. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean,
honestly, shacking up with a foreign whore.
They only have 2,000, but they still have Tormund.
And a giant.
They still have Tormund and the fucking giant, Wan. So it's just send Wan over there to rip down some walls and just storm through.
Yeah,
he'll probably die.
Yes.
But I mean, one giant's life in order for victory.
Yeah, but they need that. I think they need that guy because they gotta take out the Boltons, and then they gotta take out the White Walkers after that.
That's the best part about this. It's we need Winterfell back, so we have a chance at winning this other war that's coming directly after.
We gotta go to war so we can go to war, so we can maybe win, so we can maybe survive the next war.
That's god awful.
I know. I mean, they're gonna lose men in this fight with the Boltons, and then they're gonna go into this next one half-assed. And it's God, how the fuck can they come back from that?
Oh yeah, and that's totally why fucking Sansa's sending for help for Lord Baelish.
Oh man,
Peter.
I hate Baelish, man. You can't. The guy's always up to something, man. He's like, oh, this, I knew you'd be back. I knew you'd be back, Lady Sansa.
Sneaky little fucker.
Yeah, he is a fucking manipulator, though, and I like that.
He's great, though. He's probably one of my favorites. He hasn't been in the season that much, but that's okay. He's going to play a big part to come, clearly.
Yeah, obviously. I wonder who he's going to get for him, though. Yeah, it's like, who the fuck could help him? Help the North, because everybody hates the North. Or the Starks, anyway.
Currently, we'll see.
Yeah, it's like, who would help him? Right?
3 episodes left.
Was it? Yep. You gotta be shit. And I heard the next season's gonna be fucking 7 episodes. Yeah, so right now it would be over. Uh-huh. But they better make them like a 2-hour-long episodes.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
God, that sucks, man.
They're not gonna. They're running out of storyline. We're culminating.
Bastard. So is next season the last season?
No, I think
season 8.
Yeah, I think that it's a 7 episode for next season, and then like a 6 episode for a final season.
God, he really fucking George Martin really dropped the ball on that shit, man. I don't know what the hell he was doing the whole time.
He's got 2 books left.
Yeah, but the show's gonna finish before the books even come out.
That's okay. Book readers are banking on that, because then when everybody else is all sad that the show is over, you still have one more book to look forward to.
Yeah.
And with the way he's writing and the show's working, anyone's guess as to what will actually fucking happen.
I don't know. I'll be happy with the show. I don't think I have it in me to start the book again. I'm only in like the first like few chapters of fucking the first book, and I haven't even gone back to it. So there's that. And I don't even know if I want to go back to the books.
It's worth it. It's worth the time.
Oh man, I can't. I don't know.
I think that's going to wrap it up for today's episode, though. We're hitting about that time.
Alright. Well, hopefully you guys learned something about Game of Thrones. Check in next week's episode for episode 8. And I don't know, we'll probably mention something about it, but
we probably won't do Game of Thrones until the finale, and then we'll just fucking recap
everything.
All the craziness that occurs.
That shit gets lit.
Be sure to check all of our cool shit out on multiversepodcasting.com, though.
Yeah, updated webpage. Check us out. You can see Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Chris Plays Games, and, of course, Multiverse Radio Chatter with me and Brock.
Absolutely.
So for Multiverse Radio Chatter, I'm Marty OG.
And Sea Spider.
We'll see you next week, folks.
This has been a Multiverse Podcasting production. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/multiverserc. And listen to our podcasts, Multiverse Radio Chatter, Geek Sense with Sea Spider, and Keeping Up with the Cardassians. Tune in next time!